The plan was not to have a bad trip at all. I don't know, I feel like it's an experience I wanted to have. And I'm really curious what a bad trip feels like. I always hear people say that a good trip and a bad trip are both useful. I've never experienced a bad trip to know what a bad trip really is, so why not give it a try? And before I show you any of the footage, I would never do this again. And never tell anybody to do anything like this. Bad trips are kind of a conundrum because they can be very beneficial because sometimes they can reveal important things. I think when you're in that state of mind under psychedelics, your brain is very susceptible to a lot of things. So number one, what I did first to induce a bad trip was playing the most god-awful, horrifying music I could, full blast. Two, have the most unappealing, the most anxiety-inducing TV playing. I don't know if this would induce a bad trip, but I noticed when I was tripping normally, these things caused me anxiety, and then over time, being anxious caused me fear. So I was like, just amp it up 100%. Oh yeah, okay. So it's weird. I've seen people on Reddit say this is beneficial to do during a trip, but psychotropic breathing, doing that Wim Hof breathing technique. I think if you're going to do that before you start tripping at all, because causing yourself to hyperventilate without holding your breath afterwards is terrifying. I swear, that was probably the number one thing that kind of pushed me over the edge.
This is not good.
With shrooms, you always grow anxious during the come up. You get this, it's almost like butterflies. Nothing really specifically, you just feel anxious. And I think part of it is all your senses are amplified and your brain is kind of overstimulated. That came up first, and that was normal, no big deal. Then pretty much doing the psychotropic breathing. The important part about psychotropic breathing is holding your breath afterwards. That's where that calmness comes in at least I've experienced. If you don't do that, it's kind of nerve-wracking. And I did that in the first 25 minutes of my shroom tea, and that was like the catalyst. If I didn't do that, I think everything else I could have got past, but that was the catalyst. That just made me so anxious and so freaked out. A lot of things I had to have preemptive, because if I didn't already have them set, I wouldn't have went through with this. Oh shoot. Goodness. Oh shoot. All right, take two. So to kind of take you through what happened, during the come up, I would say about an hour in, that's where I had to turn it all off. I was done. Like, it was just too much. Way too anxious, way too freaked out. And under shrooms, under the influence of psychedelics, your brain is super susceptible to all types of things. Your emotions are hyper. So when you feel sadness, you feel extreme sadness, or you feel anxiety, you feel extreme anxiety. If you feel happy or pleasure or joy or contentment, it's all extreme. So when something goes negative, it becomes extremely negative. I remember Mr. Edward right here. He was frowning. Beetlejuice was frowning. Bill Murray, he's still chilling. He stayed chilling. Everything around me just turned negative. Everything was just dark. I remember the visuals I was seeing was red, teeth flesh, like not gore, just flesh. I feel like I lost who I was, which typically I'm okay with because it's happened before. It's not the first time it's happened, but I don't know. I felt like I just didn't know who I was, and I was gonna feel this way forever, and it just sucked. And I felt disappointed in myself. I had this constant loop in thought where I would just think of something, pretty much solve that problem, end up right back there to that same problem, and just cycle through it. And I knew I was cycling through it, and it was making me anxious and angry that I was cycling through it, but I just couldn't stop. I don't know. This is gonna make it sound like, oh man, I shouldn't take shrooms. You probably shouldn't, I'm gonna be honest. But in defense of shrooms, I did everything I wasn't supposed to do. I think mushrooms, as woo-woo as it sounds, is a very religious experience, and there's rituals that go into prayer. There's rituals that go into all types of religious practices, and I think it's for a reason. What I did was taking shrooms lightly. I've always noticed when I feel like I'm almost disrespecting, it kind of teaches me a lesson. I don't know. That's so weird to say. That's so weird to say, but it's true. I don't at me, but it's true. But yeah, was not a fun experience. Was not a fun experience. It was definitely an on-the-fly video. I did not plan this. I just thought about it because I don't know. I don't know why I did it. I'm gonna be honest. That's about it. I don't typically ask people to like and subscribe, but I'm asking now. So smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. The comment below and follow me on social media and smash the like button and hit the subscribe.